Hamilton. I am a graduating 4th year from beautiful Brown College.
Cameron. I'm a graduating 4th year. I guess it's obvious. And I've lived in Brown since spring of my 3rd year.
I'm Kate Fitzgerald. I'm a 4th year biomedical engineering major, and I've lived in Brown since my 2nd year. I'm Gabby Carper. I'm a 4th year English major, and I've lived in Brown since my 1st year.
Okay, my name is Victoria Glasgow. Right now I'm an old granny in a rocking chair. I am a 4th year. I spent all my 4 years at Brown. I have been on Gov Board as faculty liaison and as Ortho and Applier co-chair, now sustainability co-chair. And I'm very happy to have made the choice to be from Brown.
Hi, my name is Akil Abdullah, and I'm a 4th year, 3rd year in Brown.
My name is Christopher, or Chris Hall. I'm a 4th year about to graduate Brown. I used to study computer science, now I study history. I'm in Glee Club. I live in Brown, as you would assume.
I remember thinking, wow, this is really loud, but these people seem really cool. And I became like super determined, like, okay, this is really cool, but I'm not gonna live here because, you know, I'm transferring to the school where my boyfriend lives. I'm not gonna be that girl. And then I kept going to all these activities that I was interested in, like Holla for Hunger and just all these clubs and all my classes, and the people that I would really gel with, I asked them, like, oh cool, where do you live? And like 95% of them lived in Brown. I was like, okay, maybe I should think about moving in.
And then I remember specifically walking by Tucker Lounge, and I kind of looked in and then didn't know anyone, obviously, so I walked out. And then I just hear these like people screaming, wait, that's a 1st year, come and love us, and like opening the door and like being like, wait, come in here. And I was like, okay, hello. And then so I met like a bunch of upperclassmen there, including all 3 of the FYLs at the time, and they were all like making the cute little goodie bags for us for all the 1st years, and they didn't know me at all, but they were like so willing to just like quite physically embrace me. So that was fun.
I'd say my first memory of Brown was probably sometime during marching band camp my 1st year. I didn't live in Brown yet, but my friends who were in my section told me about it. They said I'd be a perfect fit, and I said, well, maybe. I know nothing about it, but I'm willing to try anything because I don't know where I'm going to live next year. So they took me over, and I remember we played One Night Ultimate Werewolf for several hours, and I really don't remember what time it was that I went home. It was definitely sometime significantly after midnight, but as I was walking home, I was thinking, if I don't live here, I've made a mistake.
I didn't start playing D&D until there were all these brownies in the same place that wanted to play with me. You know, Nick Dalton doesn't live in Brown anymore, but he did when he DM'd my first campaign, and now I play with Dan Folds and with my whole crew, the best crew in the biz. And yeah, that's been a huge part of the last 2 years of my life is meeting every week to play D&D with this pretty consistent group of people.
I'm gonna be a very cliche membership co-chair right now and say app reading is my favorite Brown event. You know, I would say participating in app reading is one of the most fun parts of Brown for me. It's a little different running it than participating, but being able to read everything that comes into Brown and being able to see all the people that submit very interesting applications, like paintings of themselves, or like their application in a bottle, or like attached to a balloon, and they're like, imagine that it flies to Brown.
I love
like
it.
That sort of thing is really cool to me, and especially over the summer when like everybody comes back, and even like old alumni will come back to read apps. That sort of thing is like really fun for me because you get to see everybody across like a 6-year time span, and you know everyone, and you like eat snacks and get to sit together with people that you haven't seen in a long time. So that's one of my favorite Brown things.
But I remember last year for Passover, we got to have our Seder in the Hill House, and that was just really cool. because I realized Brown was so much bigger than just the students who lived in it. There were these other like actual adults who were letting us do things. Yeah, I don't know. Brown felt a lot bigger than just me and my friends that night.
The welcome picnic, absolutely. Because everyone gets to meet, everyone's eating on the hill outside, everyone's meeting new people, talking with old people, and the atmosphere in all my 4 years has been very positive and happy.
Oh, hauntings. I had like a mask and all that stuff. I was like the camp counselor. It's like, welcome to Camp Leaky Canoe! It was like that kind of weird voice. Then I got killed. And then they just went to the next room.
I think my favorite hauntings memory was when Brian shaved his entire head bald. And he thought it would be funny to strip down and climb into a pool of water. Keep in mind, it's like 30 degrees when we do hauntings, and you have to do like 100 runs when people come through. But he shaved his head, stripped down, got into a pool of freezing cold water, and he would jump out of the pool at groups and yell like these weird catchphrases. Yeah, I was the room immediately after Brian's room, so I was just like sitting in a chair on the ground.
We were in the same room.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the bathing suit lying on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian would like pull up out of the water, and all like the SRAC girls and everybody would just scream and scream and scream. And then whoever was in the bush would yell like, "I'm a bush!" And people would scream.
I just in the past, really just this semester, I've been spending more time than ever in Smith Lounge, which has been lovely, and hang out with a lot of like second and third years and first years. We're really wonderful people. Shout out to Smith Lounge, great group.
I think my two favorite things about Brown are hauntings, which is like one of the more extra things, and then also just like the sense of community that I see when I go into Smith and Tucker, which is one of the most laid back things about Brown. And I love that the Brown community can be both. Like, it can be really passionate and a lot, but then it can also just be this place with people around who feel like, I don't know, that they want to build a community.
It would have to be running down Davis Moat. Every time I go through the moat, it makes you want to run. You have to run down that thing. And every time I run through it, it reminds me of how unique the place is, and how much you can just goof off, and how sometimes just fun and eccentric things, not that you can become used to them, but they can be so much a part of your daily routine. And it's great to have that in your life.
Finding a favorite Tucker memory is kind of difficult, but my absolute favorite is definitely my first night in Tucker. It was right after band camp my second year, and I realized that I didn't bring any sheets to put on my bed my first night. And I was like, well, typical me mistake. I guess I'm just going to hang out for a while because sleeping is uncomfortable at the moment. And then one of the former residents was so nice to like offer me a blanket, and I just fell asleep in Tucker that night watching cartoons with them. It's like such a great moment. It really cemented my love for Brown.
For me, easily Tucker. That's why I'm there all the time. Because I like being around people. Like, I don't like being alone for too long, so I just like being around people. So if I'm in Tucker, there's always a chance that there's at least one other person in there. So that's why I camp in Tucker all the time.
Alden Duquette and I have been friends for many years through Glee Club, and we're actually roommates right now, which is what a full circle, which is cool. But I think we both applied to Brown at the same time, and so he's always been around, even when he took a year off and came back. Hi Alden, I hope you're at the banquet.
Oh my God, so many to mention. Who are all those people? I'm not gonna do last names because that's too much, but there's like Chris, Garnall, Margaret, Wiley, Kate, other Kate, all the Kates, so many Kates. So many great people that I've met here, and it's gonna kill me that I don't remember all of them right now, but like, pretty much everyone that I've come into contact with has like improved my time playing the game.
Samantha, Mira, Max, Nick, David, Dan, me, Kate. I appreciate all the stories we've gotten to tell together, which have allowed me to live another life, which makes the actual life I'm living even better.
Guess appeal, be like another person. Anyone that comes to Tucker, basically. Any of the people, they know who they are.
Nice.
I kept having this feeling of I'm stuck in these classes that I don't like, and things were just kind of bleak. And then I was able to go and take myself out of that and follow things I wanted to do. And putting in 4 years worth of core classes in 2 years has been a little bit of a stretch, but it's been absolutely wonderful learning the things and doing the things I like to do.
If you're going to be on Gutboard or not, just have some kind of way to contribute around, like, do something, like go to Samantha, go to some events, just be active somewhere. Don't like live here and just don't do anything, because like they have free food just sitting around in Tucker sometimes. It's just free food you can have free friends. It's a mind-bending concept there. Just take advantage of what's going on here. Just look at what's going on, that kind of thing.
Definitely be open. Don't be afraid to get involved with new people.
Just keep going for what you want. It'll work out in the end the way it's supposed to. And have fun while you're here.
It goes by really fast.
I know. Literally, I'm having a hard time grasping the fact that I have to graduate.
Yeah.
Like, who did that?
Who is letting us graduate?
I think college can be an isolating time, and I think I probably tried a little bit too hard to find friends initially. So I think my advice to younger college students or to my younger self would be to just be yourself and follow the things that you are authentically interested in. Be the most authentic version of yourself and be passionate about the things that you're passionate about. And then your community will kind of find you.
So I just want to give a big thank you to Brown for giving me more self-confidence. My first year I was so insecure, and I brought so many books with me because I was so sure that I was just going to spend all my time alone in my room reading and have such a hard time making friends, because I was like, I haven't had to make new friends since I was 10, and I didn't know if I would know how. And then Brown just fully welcomed me in and made me feel like I was good enough, but also made me realize that I can be a really good leader. So thank you. I love you. Stay weird.
I was just going to say thank you for kind of forcing me into new things. Especially as someone who lived in first year dorms and applied to Brown later. Even during the application process, the people who moved in Brown who knew me were like, apply, you're going to get in. And I was like, oh, but what if people don't like me? And they're like, no, apply, do it, you're going to live in Brown and you're going to have fun. And people would drag me out of my room to go to movie nights and things, and I am so grateful for it.
I'd say it's a garden. There are so many ways to grow, and so many different people, and so many different colors and types and heights, and that's how I think about it. First I think about it as home, and then I think about it as a garden, a place for growth.
Okay, you know how in every class there's that kid? Brown College is all of those kids in one space. Part of what I've liked so much about Brown College is that it's a bunch of those kind of people who all are getting to have conversations with each other. And so you'll start something and a tangent will go, and but yeah, it's a community of those kids all hanging out and supporting each other with tons of different perspectives, all making each other better, which I really like.
I had never seen Fight Club until 2 years ago, and now we always watch a Fight Club.
Right. Go ahead.